Greetings, I'm Elijah Suncard 19, and here's your weekly preview tarot reading for week 34 of 2021. Up first, here we have the Eight of Cups reversed. This is a card about sort of feeling like you have your feet stuck in the mud. And so you're trying to walk, you're trying to go in a new direction, you're trying to take off and get moving, and it's like you're just stuck in the mud. And it's like plop, 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 plop. And it's like with every step you sort of pick up a little bit more mud, and it gets a little bit tighter, and your shoe starts to get stuck, and you don't have the same lift and drive in your foot as you want to have. So it's sort of being stuck in the mud with your steps. And so how do you get out of this rut? How do you get back on a stable, clean surface where you're not sort of fighting a continuous battle where it's like each step gets a little bit harder than the previous step? So how do you break that cycle? Next, here we have the Seven of Swords, and this card is about removing the people who are rooting against you. And so it may not be obvious at the beginning, it may not be obvious from the start, like maybe you have someone in your life who's rooting against you. And if you do some for real deep thinking and real looking around, like, you know what? Maybe I do have someone in my life who is rooting against me and doing a real good job of paying attention to the way the person treats you. Does the person root for you or cheer for you, or is it sort of like a relationship of convenience? Like, are they really looking out for you or not? And so you may have somebody in your life who may not be rooting for you. All right, Helpful Matters card. Here we have the Ace of Cups reversed. And so this, I feel like it's just a blocked blessing. And so until you can uproot this person, this Ace of Cups is going to sort of be in a limbo position, meaning there's a blessing waiting for you. There's an opportunity waiting for you to say, hey, we can do this. We can grow and get to the next level. But what needs to happen here is that there needs to be some finality on the relationship. There needs to be a point where you're like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I can't be in a negative space. I can't have someone around me who I don't really think is cheering for me or rooting for me or wants me to win. I just don't have that kind of space and time, and I need to alleviate that from my life. I need to make it clear, like, if you're not with me, you're against me. Challenge card here. We have the Knight of Cups. And so this is a card about taking action. So this is a card about like actually doing something, like literally really having that conversation, really moving on, really taking a step, changing a phone number, blocking someone, but like doing something that's like, because I took this action, there was a finality to the step. So like closing the door off to somebody some kind of way. And so usually there has to be some sort of that final conversation of, I don't want to talk to you anymore, or that final conversation of this thing is over, or I'm moving on, or whatever it is. But there has to be some sort of finality, because without that finality, it sort of lingers and it lets the door open a little bit, and in 2 weeks you might be dealing with the same problem. Your outcome card here, the Queen of Wands. And so the Queen of Wands wants to move fast, and she has the ability to move fast. And so her biggest skill is going to be able to like rally people around her and move forward. And so she's sort of a leader in a sense, where once she has the extra baggage off of her, once she's able to let go of the people who are not looking out for her and not moving in her best interest, once she lets go of them and is able to move forward, she's able to move fast and be a leader. And so your leadership skills can be, throughout this week, can evolve as you as you let people go, as you unblock the blessings, as you get your feet out of the mud and get real clear. Sometimes it helps. Like, you can save a lot of time by having a tough conversation, and by having that tough conversation, you put yourself in it where you can really grow and develop, and that can be really good for you. So have the tough conversation. Let people know if they're not rooting for you, then they're against you, and you can move forward and lead the people who are there for you and do a great job. And I feel like by the end of the week, you'll have like a lighter feeling, a new sense of, you know what, I'm ready to take on this thing. I'm Elijah Suncard 19. Thanks for me read for you. Many blessings to you. Love and light.